Isolation Nation, hello. I'm Ben Glebe, and this is the Social Distancing Social Club. I wanted to have time to do my hair so it wouldn't look so ramshackle, but I just walked my dog in the heat and was trying to make it back in time for sound check because I heard that's a fun place to be. And I was walking by a donut shop and I realized that I wanted also donuts. And so I had to choose out 12 donuts plus an apple fritter for my dad. And then got home now and I didn't comb my hair. So sorry. I hope you can forgive me. I hope you recognize me, to be honest with you. It almost looks like early pandemic me when my hair was like, blur, but it's not. It's regular me. And so I apologize. And it's great to be with you. And it is even greater to have the esteemed pleasure to introduce my esteemed colleague who it might be steamed that I wasn't there for sound check earlier. The second leg of the three-legged four legs that makes up makes up the monopod that is the quarantine. Please give a warm welcome to Steve Hofstetler.
Call me by the wrong name.
Is it Hofstetler?
It's behind me. I also tried to like mess up my hair to do a joke about that and be like, oh, I had to get donuts too. And then this is the most messed up it can get. Like I was like this and nothing. I will say, Ben, hair looking a little bit ramshackle though. What does that even mean? Anyway, we're happy to have you here.
Your hair looks like normal, like old Steve again. This is no more pandemic bald Steve.
It's been 4 months, Ben. What do you think? Is that I actually cut this again. I cut it myself.
What?
I actually, well, because now like the world isn't out of supplies anymore. So I was able to get like the home razor or whatever, and I cut the sides, made it a little more tidy. I'm not cutting your hair, Ben. No matter how much you ask me, I'm not going to cut your hair.
There goes my next three questions.
I'll cut your hair, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid of what the follow-ups were. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, please do so. You can do that. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course, you can super chat on YouTube. Does anyone see a yellow box around me? I've never seen that before. Right. That's from the pre-show. Please welcome our next host, Mr. Chris Bowers. Everybody, Chris Bowers.
Hey, what's up, Ben? I will cut your hair if you want. If you want to do that, I'll come over and cut your hair. I don't give a shit.
Thank you.
It's not going to look good, and I'm not going to try real hard. But
wait, Bowers. Now I have 3 more questions.
Yeah. No, your donuts story reminded me one time I was going to a school and a buddy of mine wanted to come watch me speak. And so I let him come with me and we had to stop and get coffee. You couldn't handle without coffee. So we had to stop at Starbucks, but we're late. So we're like 20 minutes late to this school. I like to be there, ahead of time. And we're 20 minutes late and we're getting out of the car. And I'm like, leave your coffee in here. He's like, oh, you can't bring coffee into school. I'm like, no, Dick, we're 20 minutes fucking late. We can't walk in with Starbucks, you asshole. So I'm glad you told us that story. So we know that you weren't really late. You just wanted a donut.
Yeah.
Listen, that's a great point, and I should not have shared. I'm just a very honest person, and just so you know, though, the donuts aren't for me; they're for my family. I'm visiting my family after this, and it's to be a nice family member.
Oh, you ate all the donuts. Shut up. We know.
Why is Steve wearing a collared shirt?
Because I wanted to look nice.
Wow.
Weird. Some people wear collared shirts when they're doing a show. They brush their hair, they show up on time, they come to sound check. Some people care, Ben. It's okay. Speaking of people who care, Queen Rachel's here. Queen, how you doing today?
Queen.
I care a lot. I cut and brushed my own hair too.
Rachel, your hair looking a little ramshackled.
Is it? I cut it myself. I thought it looked pretty good.
What does ramshackle hair mean? What does that mean?
You know how like your hair could look normal or it could look ramshackle. Does that define it for you?
Oh yeah, because it's like the opposite of not ramshackle.
Yes.
Okay. I should have put that together. It's similar words.
Yeah, man.
Rachel, your hair reminds me of Moira from Schitt's Creek just a little bit. Like that's something she was in the Crow episode. That
I gotta say,
I look a little bit like a boy when my hair's up in it, and so I didn't want to do that. But
I gotta say, Rachel, love the hair. I also love rock and roll.
Spoken like a true rocker right there.
It's a Joan Jett joke, Ben. So
oh, I got it. I got the joke.
Okay, I appreciate that you got it, but you were also like, nah, I didn't like it.
Well, no, I liked it. You just said I like rock and roll. You said I like rock and roll. It sounded like you were almost a robot, programmed to say you liked rock and roll.
Purposeful. It's a misdirection.
Oh,
Wait, we.
You're
then I
still
loved
thrown
it.
by the collared shirt. I get it. It's weird. I'm in a collared shirt. You don't know how to handle it.
yeah.
Usually,
Luckily it's wrinkled, so I can at least somewhat adjust to it.
yeah. I tried to iron it in time, but I decided to get donuts instead, and so there just wasn't enough time.
I iron things with donuts. Okay.
Now I'm just like sitting here like pulling the shirt so it's not as wrinkled.
Oh, don't worry about the wrinkly. Ben's hair isn't done. It's ramshackled. You're fine. All right. We have a fun overnight game, but I think we should introduce the audience first before we do the overnight game because it is in relation to what they're about to do. So I do want to say before we do that, we do have one new patron on Patreon at the VIP front row level, which is Jennifer Newstead. So Jennifer, welcome to the club. We appreciate your here.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you.
Being here. Thanks so much. But I think we should introduce the audience because we can see what's going on, and then we'll do the game after that.
All right, excellent. So, oh my God, we have so many people. So we've got, all right, I'm not reading all of these fake names, but we'll just say we've got Wilma and we've got Ron, Jonathan, Jennifer, Heather, Frank, Duchess, Chris, Brian, Andrew, Shannon, Zara, Velvet, Renee, Lola, Anita Shave. That's not a real name. That's
How would you not read these fake names? We got great ones. Heather Pleather O'Connor, Duchess Lace Up My Boots Beach, Phil Mahole. These are amazing names.
also
Velvet
Amanda
Belair.
Hugginkiss.
Amanda Hugginkiss, you better believe it. Frank
Wait, that's
Notaro,
the
that
one
one's a
right
hilarious
now?
name. It sounds a lot like the host of
I is
Ron, I'm
Rachel.
Not a Dick Gould. We got some
Oh, nice.
Miranda Wrights.
Okay, so clearly what's going on, and we could see all this, and Rachel is wearing that, and it's because it's a Pride takeover today. So the audience, which says their takeover sometimes, decided to do a Pride one, which by the way is why I put on the collared shirt because it's a pink shirt. So I thought I don't have a rainbow shirt, so I have a pink shirt.
Your video's off. Do you know that, Steve?
What in the fuck?
Oh, no.
Cut my video off. Why would
You have a
someone shut
rainbow
my
shirt.
video
Oh,
off?
find that shit.
Taylor, why would anyone shut my video off? Someone else.
I
Yeah,
bet
there's-
So our new
Are you the girl from the Ring, Ben? Is that what you're doing right now?
What's that?
Are you the girl from the Ring right now? What's that about? This is all I have.
Maybe I am.
Oh,
Yeah. Ben actually is Wednesday Addams. We kind of anyway, yeah. So we're happy to have the front row here. As always, if you want to join the front row, you can do so. Whether it is being a patron at patreon.com/SDSC or by just getting tickets at laughfromhome.com. We're always happy to have our front row here, and we love the takeover. So thanks for doing that, guys.
Exactly. So because of the Pride takeover, the game last night was Drag Yourself. So it was what is your drag queen name? There were a lot of great entries. Dash the Meta Nerd had Miss Rachel pronounce, which I liked.
I like that you fucked that up. That's what I
Yeah,
like.
I know.
It's actually Rachel. It is pronounced mispronounced. That's why. Make it authentic.
Yeah, I was doing that right. Diana Gonzalez. By the way, Diana killed it on this one. There's a whole bunch of great ones for everybody. Did it? Go check them out. I mean, Jeremy Day has like 137 as normal. So like, it's awesome. So just check it out. It's hashtag Drag Yourself SDSC game. But Diana also had thanks to our lovely tech goddess Donna Unmute. The show runs smoothly every night. So that's Taylor's name is Donna Unmute.
don't unmute.
Don't unmute. Got it. Jeremy Day had Fonda Dix. That's a fun one. Randy Longmire had Tuckleberry Finn, which I liked a lot. Another Chris had Anita Spankins. That was good. Shag Nasty had Jugs Bunny. And Diana Gonzalez had my favorite one, which was Joanna Bang. I liked that one a lot.
By the way, my favorite thing of what you just did there is you were like, oh, Diana had so many wonderful ones and she was really great, but I don't want to hurt anyone else's feelings, so I want to compliment them also. But now I just realized that I discounted hers, so then also hers were really good, but then Jeremy usually does really, really well, so he had a lot as well.
Yeah, that's how my brain works. Every time I talk, if I offend somebody, let's fucking mitigate that. Let's mitigate the thing I just said that fucking mitigated that thing. Oh, God damn it, I'm in a circle. Yes, that's how my brain works.
That's exactly how my dad's brain works. Whenever he gives a compliment like to me, he'll be like, "That was a fun show today." He'll then be like, "But Ron, you also, we're very proud of your work at the temple," and he always has to equal out the
What's
compliment.
happening right now on your camera?
He's doing that on purpose. He's doing
This
that
is
on
my
purpose.
pride filter. It's a rainbow filter.
This is
I
the
would not
Willy
be
Wonka
proud of
tunnel.
that filter. If you could not give our audience a
Come with me and you'll see a world of pure pissing Steve off now.
No, I'm okay, but I'm not worried about having a seizure. So I also
Listen.
love that Bowers just thinks out loud, which is just wonderful. Like the rest of us, like we think about something, and he's just like, I'm just gonna say it all in one thing, and we'll see what happens.
It's one of the beautiful features about Bowers, honestly, is he's just kid-like. He's pure. He's rare. He's like
Yeah.
a flower.
And he's currently missing. Anyway,
More like a unicorn. Am I more like a unicorn, Ben? Is that what it is?
Oh my God.
Bowers, we were just saying you were.
I think I'm more of a unicorn, Ben, is what we're going for.
I love that.
Matches my basket. I don't know how I have this outfit, but I do.
Wowzer. I
think
like
this is a
it.
good
I'm
time for you to
impressed.
give me my drag name. Now, my drag name, I took the formula where you take your childhood pet and then your mom's maiden name. So my drag name is Peanut Maloney.
Wait, hold on. If you take a childhood pet and your mother's maiden name, my drag name is Irvin Shapiro.
Mine is Gretchen Warren.
You had a pet named Gretchen?
A dog.
That's awesome. Very
What's the
cool.
game today?
Wait. I do have a drag name. This came out during a show at one point. Someone asked me, and we settled on Ginger Snaps. So
Oh, I like that.
that's my.
And also, I don't want Bowers to think he's the only one that can be a unicorn. No problem, bro. Easy, okay? Hey.
That's a llama.
That's not a unicorn.
What? That's not a unicorn? How about this? Hi, everybody. I'm 2 unicorns now. Hey, this is my unicorn buddy over here.
Still a llama.
What?
Still a
What the-
llama.
Hello?
I'm
Hello.
for now.
Llama.
It's a unicorn, Rachel.
Yeah, sure
That
it
is
All right.
a unicorn because he is a horny llama. Anyway,
Better believe I am. You better believe it, baby.
Okay.
All right, what's today's game, Llama
today's
Ben?
game is we did autobiographies of all our hosts and we did autobiographies of the show. But what we didn't do yet is Taylor's autobiography. So that is what's happening today.
Yes.
Nerf Taylor, usually behind the scenes. He's the one running all the controls and accidentally muting us. It's Taylor's autobiography today. So the way it works is you can just submit your entry. You can do so at any of the streams that you're watching. Or if you want your entry to count in the contest to try to win the prize and get the albums from all of our hosts, as well as tickets to the front row, tickets to a Nowhere Comedy Club show, you can do that by submitting your entry with a $5 Super Chat or Venmo or PayPal. And that's the way it works.
So would that be like, God damn it, Ben? That's it.
Yes. God damn it, Ben, the Taylor story.
Yes, it would.
To mute or not to mute, the Taylor story. I like it.
So throw in your best.
I thought my my speakers had fucked up, and then I realized I had my ears in this hood, so I take the ears out of the hood so I could hear what's going on. We also have 2 great comics today. 2 great comics. Craig Conant is here. Say hello, Craig. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Greg.
Hey, what's up, dude? I'm right here. I'm alive. Did it? Hey, I'm sober, even though I look like this.
We also have Maddy Smith is here. Maddy, how are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Sweating.
You're sweating.
Yeah.
We're having a
Ours
good
is
time.
inside of a horse.
Yeah, I had to cut this thing open. It was very sad.
You put the jacket back on over it. Holy shit.
That's a dark one, dude.
I'm
Damn.
a tuxedo unicorn. Come on, man.
You're,
I can't.
you're a taxidermist unicorn.
I also enjoy
Academic.
that Craig and Maddie's hair are similar to each other and to Ben earlier.
Nice wig, Ben.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I was in honor of you. I was trying to do my best, Craig Conant. You know what I mean?
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Exactly.
That's what
Nice.
me and most girls are doing. Honor of you is just the whole hairstyle.
I love it, man. The more, the silkier.
How long, Craig? If you were to cut that all off, how long do you think it would take to grow that back that long?
Oh, Jesus, like 18 months.
Whoa.
A long time. It takes there's a weird, long, funky period where you just wear a lot of
I
hats.
know.
So you could cut it all off, and by the time we have a vaccine, it would be that long again.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
Why
great.
not? No one would know.
I
We
should
should
do
measure it by that. We should be like, oh, it's at Craig's chin. We're getting there. Trial.
Craig, I'm curious, what makes you choose for that to be your look for life? Like, what was the thought process?
I started smoking weed at 12, and then that's it, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been smoking weed since I was about 19, 20, and I look at my hair. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you gotta start younger, bro, and you gotta stop being such a pussy and start when you're 12, like a man. No, I always liked surfer skater shit and stoner shit, and here we are.
Love
and
it.
I don't like change either. I've been wearing flannels and Vans since I was a little kid, and I'll put on a collared shirt like a polo, and I feel weird. I'm like, I'm a fraud. I'm a fake. I can't do this.
Wow.
I'm like that when I don't wear a tuxedo jacket for more than 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm a fake. I'm a fraud. Who am I? It's the same thing, dude.
That's actually weird because that's one of those things that, you know, like my parents always dressed like they were still in like the 70s. And it's because whenever we decide to stop, like there's a certain point where we just stop as adults and we're just like, this is what my hair looks like. These are the clothes I wear. That's it forever.
Yeah.
You did that at 12, which is admirable.
I still haven't done that. I have not decided what my look is or what my vibe is. Just over the course of this 4 months of show, my look has changed very drastically.
Over the course of this episode, you've had 4 different hairstyles. Like it's
Right. Luckily, Zoom allows you to do what you want.
That's the truth.
I was at a bar one time, like just a metal bar, and like just a metalhead bar, and these two dudes, they're like 40, but they're committed, man. Fucking leather coats. It's summer. They got the leather thing on, the chain wallet, and the whole deal. And they're both real drunk, and they're at the urinal. And the one guy goes, "Hey, man, I got a confession to make, man." And he goes, "What's that?" He goes, "I've never seen Pantera live." And the other goes, "Dude, I've never seen Korn." And then they hugged. It was the weirdest.
That's hilarious.
I love that story that you said. I was in a metal bar, and they were like, you know, like a metalhead bar. Like you were worried we thought you were inside of a metal bar. Like
No, look, again, I'm trying to explain it for everybody. Some people didn't know what I was talking about.
It's my favorite. I love it. That's why you're a unicorn, Bowers. I love it.
I also love Bauer's set design aesthetic, where he spent a lot of time making sure that the table behind him is full of well-placed items for people to enjoy, and then he just sits in front of it every episode.
What else am I supposed to do? When I move out of the way, you can see it, I guess. I mean, it's just got.
Maddy, I mean, look at my place. I've got stuff positioned all around me. You just got it. Well, not today. This is just a junky area going on right now. I don't know what's happening.
But basically, Ben, you realize all my stuff is making fun of you. That's why I don't want to show it every time and just be mean. I mean, this is all jokes about you, right? And it's Glebe mugs and the Glebe last week on Earth, and you know, Glebe.
Like I said, I love that you cover it. I love that you cover it.
Yeah.
Rachel,
that looks like
we have.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
That looks like Helga Pateki's shrine to Hey Arnold. That's what that looks like behind you.
Love it.
All right, we've got quite a few tips for the show already coming in. So Jess started us off with $5 and said, "Steve looks great. Gym clothes are for Jim."
Hey, good call. I like that. Take that.
Gray Gorman, $10. Bowers and Steve, I've wanted to rock such threads. Love how you guys own. And Rachel, how you just pop out with such gems with just the right challenge. Oh, and Ben, nice map. No props to comment on.
I actually saw that same comment, and Rachel made up the part about her. It wasn't even in there. That was
That map was done by my grandma, by the way. So thank you.
And then Gray also tipped 10 more bucks and said, "Holy shit, just experienced the williest Wonka. I rescind on my Glebe." And then he misspelled some stuff. So I don't know what he meant.
Oh, so it was pre-acid trip Glebe that he commented on the first one.
Please come with me down a wonderful journey towards a place full of rivers and candy and chocolates.
We also had.
Glad you didn't say that in a van, Ben. That'd be a terrible thing to say if you had a van.
Says the man dressed like a unicorn.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a van either. That'd be
Right,
bad
okay.
if I had a van. None of us should own vans. How about
We
that?
are both van free then, man.
Ben and Bowers need to borrow vans. That's what we've learned. Rachel, what else we got?
My rap group, my old rap group, my original rap group, Fun Mountain, has one song and one music video on YouTube, and it's called Beats in My Van, and the video features like 70 vans.
Ben just said the words, my original rap group. Let's move on. Rachel, what do you got?
We had Z Bunster tip the show $50 and said, Bowers and a unicorn suit. I've seen everything now. Take me now, Lord.
Don't leave yet, Dana. We need you.
And
You
then,
don't even know what else is coming.
oh, Jesus. And then the last one, we had an anonymous tip to the show of $100 and said, Pride Takeover.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you
Very
much.
cool. All right. Well, let's get to our first comic then. He likes vans. You've seen him on MTV. You were the very funny Craig Conant, everybody. Craig Conant.
Hey, that's not a very good intro, man. How'd you know I like vans? I fucking love vans. You get a little mural on the front. Play some Billy Squire. Okay, way to set me up for the bomb up top, Chris. Just kidding. What's up, y'all? Hey, you guys ever smoke so much weed? You smoke heroin? Nobody? Just me? I'm alone on that one? Okay, well, you're definitely not gonna hey, anyways, here comes the next part. You guys ever smoke so much heroin your dick hole closes up a little bit? you spray pee-pee. You spray piss? You know, like when you put your thumb over a garden hose to water a wide area of begonias? You know what I'm talking about? That's how I was spray pissing, dude. I was spray pissing so bad that I couldn't even pee standing next to a dude at a urinal because I'd go sideways and not get him, you know? And you can't exactly tell a dude, you're like, no, sir, it's heroin dick, you know? And after about 2 years of that lifestyle, I was finally tired of spray pissing, so I went to the dick doctor, and this is what he told me. He said, you probably have a prostate infection, and that's, narrowing your dick hole and causing this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put your dick in a cup, and I'm gonna put my finger in your booty hole, and I'm gonna press on your prostate. I'm gonna milk it. A fluid's gonna come out. We'll then test that fluid. We'll know exactly what you have, and we'll know how to treat it from there. And then he told me it's going to hurt and also feel kind of good. And he was fucking right, dude. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh shit. And I'll tell you what, it's a bad goddamn time to learn where your G-spot really is. When you got another man's hand in your ass and you're into titties, you know, it's dark days, dude. Happy Pride, yeah. Okay. I don't know how much time I got left. I got a short set. Hey, I went to a Prince concert when he was alive, you know. It was the best time to go. You missed it, man. I went at the Forum in Inglewood, 21 Nights of Prince, and I went with 3 friends, and they all came out of the closet that night. Yeah, I swear to God, dude, I don't know if Prince put a little purple fairy dust in there or what, bro, but one by one, they came out. My buddy Kyle came out. He's like, I'm gay. And we're like, no shit, Kyle. You have a fucking purse, bro. We know, dude. We know, man. But then he inspired the friends we were with to come out, the girls, and then my roommate, she's like, I'm gay. And then my hairstylist, she's like, I'm gay. And then they looked at me like it was my turn. I was like, no, man, I'm just really weird, you know? You get your booty hole fingered by one doctor. Hey, man, I tell you what, it was a bad time to learn that. This is going to get too weird. I just learned where my G-spot was, and I started dabbling, in meth. This isn't jokes anymore. It's just honest hour right here. And I tell you what, it's also a bad time to learn where your G-spot is when you discover speed, because it makes you kinky, and then you start going at it at both ends, and you start fucking doubling down. You start double whacking it. Double whack. Oh, I got the light. When did I get the light? 25. Okay, one more quick. You guys ever double whack it? You know what I mean? Woo! Fucking shit, bro. You get a little latex glove from Trader Joe's. I worked there for 11 years. I got fired because I farted on my manager. And get a little leather glove, put a little Persian cucumber up the backside, and you. This isn't a clean show, is it? I hope not. I don't know. Is that 5? I could go. I could keep going, man.
Greg Conant, everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Tip jar is open. If you want to tip, you should do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course, you could super chat, throw in a couple bucks so Craig can afford some more Persian cucumbers.
Thanks, Steve.
No problem. We appreciate it. Also, if you had not told us you had done heroin, we would have had no idea. Not at all.
I love all the quarantine tips you just gave a group of people that have been inside by themselves for 4 months. Double whack it, bro. They're like,
good luck going down that rabbit hole. Woo!
You call it a rabbit hole? That's awesome. Love it.
Rachel, what do we got coming in?
Yeah, so far we have Tyler Stevens, $7.50, and said, please split this up between the comedians. I love all you guys. Thanks for keeping comedy alive.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Steven Tylers.
And then we have Dave Adler, $4.20, and said, Craig, nice set. Since marijuana can stay in hair for quite a while and yours is so long, if someone runs out, can they cut your hair off and smoke it?
Not for $4.20, bro.
That was also
you gotta get a little bit more than that, yeah.
That was a and look, I don't know for sure, but that sounded like a question that someone would ask when they were high, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then Dave tipped another $1 and said, more for Craig. I try not to tip under $5.
Nice.
All right. What about $5.20, Craig? We cut all your hair off and let Dave smoke it for $5.20. That's the end.
He can smoke one of my dingleberries. How about that?
Oh my God.
How about that? A little hash. I'll say it's hash. Wink, wink. It's a dingleberry.
It's yeah. Rachel, do we have
Okay, you want to keep going? We also had Zara, $5. Craig, if it helps you push back.
Push back. It's like
Fingers at when the fingers at the booty hole, push back into it.
Oh, push back.
That'll help
you little dirty dog, you. I get it. All right.
We also had Gray Gorman, $7.83. I'm still laughing from your exam story. Hope this feels some weird and some good.
It did. It did.
And then we had Matthew Plummer, $5. Craig, all hilarious, but I lost it at Is This a Clean Show?
It was in the middle of the act out. He's got one hand on his dick, one hand up his asshole. He's like, wait, is this a clean show? Okay, good.
Because if so, I'll only mind masturbation with one hand. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do it.
You know what's up, Steve. You can't double dip on TV, you know what I mean?
No. Broadcast television, daytime, only one-handed.
I don't know why I can't get a late night spot. I don't know what's wrong with this town. Fucking pussies.
You can get late night spots, just not on TV. You know what I mean?
It's Robin Bird's not on television anymore.
We also had Matthew Plummer, $5. Nope, we already read that one. Randy Longmire, $5. Craig, that set was uncomfortable, but it kind of felt good.
I like my doctor visit. All right, brother, you get it, man.
We also had, scroll up, Alex, $4.20. Craig, you're a fucking legend. Crazy comedic timing. Big ups from New Hampshire.
Well, thank you, New Hampshire. Or what was your name? I forgot. Oh shit.
I couldn't pronounce the last name, so I didn't say it, but it was Alex Porzanowski.
Thank you, Alex. I just thanked the state in your honor, but thank you, Alex. I appreciate you.
No, that was actually Alex was tipping on behalf of New Hampshire.
Oh, well, thanks, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Could have done a little more than $5, New Hampshire. So.
Wow. I mean,
It's a small state.
Oh yeah. Okay.
2 people
Sorry.
giving you money from New Hampshire is more than Ben got in New Hampshire from donations, but that's
Oh.
New Hampshire was one of the states that loved my campaign the most, and it's a state I was on the fucking ballot on, brah.
Which is why it's a really good burn.
New Hampshire, brah. New Hampshire. Boom.
I love that they sent you the ballot rather than vote for you, but that's cool.
Turn. That was some slams right there, baby.
That was good. That was pretty fucking good right there. Oh, god damn. If I were elected president, I would have you killed. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they send him a second ballot to use to dry the tears from Bowers' burn just then. So
For that, I used the Republican ballot.
you saved the Republican New Hampshire ballot?
Yep. One of the candidates is President Our Body. Weird name.
Ben, or Steve, he's saved everything ever. He's never thrown anything away.
Yeah.
Throw a Republican ballot away.
Fair.
Listen, it's totally fine whatever Bowers wants to say, because we all know the motto, don't we?
Why is there a football on it?
Why wouldn't there be a football on? You're gonna even hate on the haters gonna hate Salt Shaker, Steve? Why isn't there a football on your background or on your face right now? How come you hate football?
It's just out of screen.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine then.
All right here. Oh yeah, so you can't see it. It's right above the V.
Yeah. Rachel, we got more tips for Craig.
We do. Tam, $5. Craig, I'm questioning all my life choices right now.
You should.
I'm questioning all of my life choices for the last 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I know what you're saying. Jess, $25. Craig, never too filthy. Not for this crowd. You have no idea.
Nice.
By the way, Craig, we want to congratulate you on doing the cleanest set that's ever been done on the show.
Oh, thank you. Somebody's out there triple whacking it. What's going on, man?
What do I gotta do to be the filthiest motherfucker on here?
Honestly, Craig, that was probably like 5th.
Nice. Got some triple whackers.
There's definitely, it wasn't specifically triple whacking, but there's definitely been some dark shit on this show for sure.
We also had Shannon Kerr tip Craig $5. Craig, didn't I see you in Dazed and Confused?
I wish I would be collecting royalties from that. Maybe I'd have a kitchen.
It'd be much cooler if you did.
I'm pretty
Nice.
I'm pretty sure Rachel misread that, and it said, Craig, didn't I see you dazed and confused?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Are you gonna score yourself so we can yell goal?
You better believe. Oh, this is so weird. I accidentally have the virtual background on. So it currently, this is what it's supposed to look like. Oh, not that either. There we go.
Oh my god. All right.
No. You missed wide right, actually. There you go.
Hey, go.
That was off the crossbar.
Corner kick.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
That me?
Who?
Ooh.
I'm-
All right.
I'm so sorry that was me. I'm a very busy ball.
We had Amanasala tip Craig $5 and said, "What did the doctor say?" Craig, what did the doctor say when he walked in and saw a man with his finger in your ass?
No. He said, "You guys get out of my office."
We also had Andrea Gordon $5. Craig, you can have this tip as long as you promise to not tell me what you're gonna do with it.
I'm gonna buy some organic cucumbers.
Jennifer Newsted, $10. Craig, it's not a clean show. I laughed so hard my AirPods fell out.
Nice.
And then some generals for the show had come in. So Andrew, in our live audience, $10. Bowers found a way to widen his homoerotic patrons while wanting to teabag and pin him with a classic Roman shoulder helmet position.
That's one you could read ahead of time.
I should have. I realized that a little bit in.
As the words kept tumbling out, I was like, this is getting weirder and weirder.
I thought since
Hey.
he's a Patreon and in our live audience that it wouldn't be that weird. I was really wrong.
Hey, let's see what Roman helmet I'm in. That's fun. You guys know the Roman helmet, right?
Let's do that.
Was that a dick?
Well, it's the dick that goes down the nose like a Roman helmet. The balls are up here
Oh.
like that. That's the Roman helmet.
Oh.
It's not a real thing. It's just something 12-year-olds made up on the internet. That's what it's called.
We also had Shazzy Deal 5 Aussie. That whole conversation just made my tongue hard. Fister Sisters Unite. Love from Australia.
Wow. Mr. Sisters. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes I really don't like this job.
I thought I was.
Craig, you're not even the dirtiest one on this episode.
Yeah, I thought I was kinky. Oh my God. Fister Sisters. Get it? What? Wow.
Fisters
Yeah, we really go for
are
it.
Doing it by them. Sorry, go ahead.
We really go for it on the show, and we want to make sure that our audience feels empowered. I wear this helmet to honor all the people with the balls on their forehead and the penis coming down towards the nose.
We also had Gray Gorman $5 for the show and said, "Here's a frame, so Ben can buy a frame for his New Hampshire bits."
Thank you. I've been waiting to get a frame so I could frame that and put that on the old wall. So you let me know.
Where?
It's a good point. Maybe down here, kind of in this area, maybe.
Yeah. It could be next to that plaque you have for the memoriam of that Spectrum guy you killed. Maybe right next to that plaque.
Also, just imagine how much stuff I'd have on the wall if I actually won the election. This is a lot to memorize, memorialize a failed attempt.
Or traveled more than 2 states. I mean, if you'd had all the state
Okay,
memorabilia from
now you're really offending me. We visited, I think 13 states, maybe 15.
Okay.
As the campaign's press secretary, I would just like to say, you did that many? News to me.
Sometimes I honestly really feel like Alexander Hamilton, you know? All my contemporaries just do not respect me at all, you know?
I'm glad you ran for president, Ben, because we would not be having this much fun had you not. So I know.
Also,
I'm not going to miss my
not,
shot.
not
I'm
say you feel like Alexander Hamilton because he held office.
Wow. Drinking water after that burn. That was harsh. Rachel, are we caught up yet?
No. We had last general was Ashley Baker $5. Super funny.
Awesome. Well, let's get to our next comic if we're done making fun of Ben for the next couple of minutes. Let's get to our next
Yes, please.
You've seen her on MTV's Wild and Out. You're very funny. Maddy Smith, everybody.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't know if I can be dirtier than Craig. Let's get out of the way. Pussy, cocksucking, tits. Okay, tits coming in. All right. Feeling Craig. I got it. I see how this. I'm usually a clean fucking comic, but I can pull out the tits for you guys. You guys do not want to see my titties. I got the worst titties in the world. I'm 28, and I feel like when you're in your 20s as a woman, you're supposed to have like little like that's the noise they're supposed to make, like you know, like like do you guys have Baked by Melissa? Do you know Baked by Melissa? The little tiny cupcakes, they're like this big. They're supposed to be like cookie dough, red velvet, you know, like that's what when my boobs are supposed to look like. But they're not, because I've gained and lost a lot of weight over the years. So when I bend over to get something, my boobs are like, hey, can I grab that for you? So awful. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't. I hear a lot of gals laughing. A lot of guys are like, what the fuck? Oh, dude, every time I tell a guy I got bad titties, he's always like, but no, Maddie, boobs are boobs. But then I flash him and he's like, whoa, I think I'm gay. But but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a weird body when you're a woman, because I have a boyfriend. He's real. His name is Ryan Reynolds, and I love him. He's super busy he's married to Blake Lively, but he loves me. And I think I'm prettier than her. So, and I love him so much because I live in New York City, where when you're swiping, you got to treat dating like a job. And I took that advice the wrong way, to treat dating like a job, because I would leave someone after a week and take all of his toilet paper with me. So that was a mistake. But I tried to tell my boyfriend, I was like, hey, listen, I'm so thankful for you, because I had to go through a lot of guys before I met you. And of course he got freaked out. He was like, wait, how many guys were you with before me? And I was like, 4. And he was like, not bad. And I was like, D7. Right? Man, it was rough. At one point, it was hard to tell the difference between me and a competitive hot dog eater. But Kobayashi, baby, dunk it in water, goes right in. On to the next one. Oh man. That's my eat, pray, love, is that story. But I feel like it's hard, like being a gal in your 20s right now, because the only advice we're given in this post PC world, you can't say anything, right? And so the only advice we're given is just to be confident, right? I remember magazines in the 90s, they were like, you're fat. Remember that? Yeah. Now the magazines are like, take initiative. I'm like, I'd rather be fat. Okay. Every single piece of advice, say what you need to say, be honest. So I'm just on a first date like, hey, I want a baby. Okay, yeah, ding dong. And I pulled out my IUD before I met you, so what are you gonna do? And he's like, I'm the waiter. So it's super tricky. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Oh my God, I haven't heard these in 5 months. I'm like, you're fucking good, Maddie. This is awesome. Again, just what a reset 5 months off can do. It's amazing. So I remember this. I was kept reading like, just be confident. So I remember I went out with this guy and I tried to be super confident. What's up? I'm a Samantha. And I asked him why he liked me, which was a mistake, right? Because when you date men, you're not supposed to say stuff like that. You're supposed to keep everything inside until they're dead. That's the rules. That's the rules. I'm going to be 95 years old. Like, we don't have to put a label on anything. So chill. That's what I say to Ryan Reynolds. I asked this guy why oh my God, your laughter is so cute. It's like little chipmunks. I love it. I feel like Snow White. Like Snow White if the snow was Coke. So, can you guys shut up? I'm trying to finish the joke. Oh my God. I'm like, okay. Did I get the light yet? Oh, I got the light. Okay, cool. Thanks, Donna. Unmute. Light, doing awesome. All caps. Oops, was I not supposed to share that little note? Okay. So listen up. Here's what happened. I asked this guy why he liked me, and he looked at me and goes, Maddie, that's how all guys sound. Hey, Maddie. He goes, Maddie, I like you so much because you're just like one of the guys. Oh, no. I was like, I put on chapstick for you. Come on. Oh my God. He called me me one of the guys, which was weird because later during sex, he got mad when I came first and then fell asleep. He was so mad. He was like, hold on, you're not gonna blow me? And I was like, Dave, you know that'd be gay, right? That's my time. Happy Pride. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yes, everybody.
Tip jar is open. If you can do so, top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course you can super chat on YouTube. Also, I always wondered like why those true crime shows are so popular with women. Why like Snapped and like the all those shows where they like kill their husbands. And now I realized it's because you have to keep it inside until they die, and you're just like, fuck it. This is the one way out. This is the solution.
Right.
Now we know.
Right. My thoughts exactly, Steve.
You had me at competitive hot dog eating. That's where I'm
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not that I like going hot dogs. So I wouldn't even take it a section. I'm just like, this chick eats hot dogs. Let's go.
Right.
Let's be friends.
Right. Usually guys are like, fuck yeah, this bitch talks about her pussy like that. And then women are like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Rachel, what do we got?
We've got some very random things coming in that I'm not gonna read.
God.
But then Maddie, no, not for you, Maddie. It was a general. Tyler Stevens, $7.50. Andrea, $5. And said, Maddie, it's never a good sign when a girl follows, I've got a boyfriend with, he's real.
It really isn't. It's because I'm surprised. I'm surprised to have him, you know?
We also had Greg Orman, $10 for Maddie preset. Love what and how you said it. I did some test drives of my body over early years too. Some stuff just doesn't come up in the manual.
Yes. Yes. Preset. That was not a written joke. I don't know if he's talking about the titties joke, but that was a real joke. But if it makes it look like a riff, I'm happy for you, man.
We also had Ashley Baker, $5. We don't have to put a label on anything, had me dying.
Yes.
And then Tam, $5. Maddie, give Ryan my love.
I will. I'll text him. He blocked me, but I'll find a way.
We also had Renee tip Maddie $10 and says, I feel like I know you. So relatable.
Oh my, I always get the relatable. Thank you. It's never, you're so hot, I can't talk to you. But thank you.
We also had Guillermo, €10 and said, Maddie, what amazing set, killed all the way through.
Thank you. Well, now I got to convert this, so.
It's $10.16, I think.
We convert it for it. We convert it for you.
Okay. I was just joking. I was just being.
Yeah, what we do is we make you sign up for a European bank account, and then we transfer.
Oh, okay. Okay, great.
Totally
No, it's worth it, man. Totally worth it.
Yeah.
We also had Zara, $5 and said, Maddie, great set, but also loving the original 80s Ninja Turtle shirt, Raphael for life.
No, it is actually, it's a vintage shirt.
Nice.
Motherfucker. Yeah. Thank you, Zara. Thank you, Zara. I love your store.
We also
I have a weird Ninja Turtle story.
Uh-oh, there's my shirt talking.
So when I was a kid, I was friends with this guy whose father produced Ninja Turtle movies. And I not only did not ever meet him, I did not know that fact, right? So one day I went to his house late night and we were hanging out, we were in high school, and I'm walking through his living room and I bumped into a fucking Ninja Turtle. Life-size, full Ninja Turtle. I bumped into the mouth of a Ninja Turtle in the darkness. I'm like, oh my God, is that Michelangelo? And it was the life-size full costume stuffed with something of a Ninja Turtle just in his living room.
Nice.
It was frightening.
Ninja
Before or after you
Turtles.
started smoking weed.
That was before I started smoking weed.
Thank God.
True.
Ninja Turtles is the only movie my father ever took me to.
I don't know if that's happy or sad.
It's
like
sad.
the saddest thing
It's
I've ever
sad.
heard.
Very, very sad.
How old were you when that happened?
It was the remake. I was 31.
Let him up, knock him down, bro. That was good.
Damn.
It's Dash just sent a Venmo or a super chat in and said, out of everything I've heard tonight, calling Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirts vintage is the one thing that turns my stomach.
We're all old, Dash. It's okay.
I'm old.
All right. We also had Matthew Plummer $5, and he spelled Maddy wrong. He spelled it muddy.
Oh no, he meant that. He meant that. That's on purpose.
He said, "Muddy, hilarious stuff. Try not to eat any hot dogs on the way to the parking lot."
Okay. I'll let Muddy know.
And then Jess in our live audience, she misspelled it too. So she donated or tipped you $25, and then instead of Maddy, she put Madly. I like boobies better than butts, and Ryan has no idea what he's missing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm madly in love with you.
Literally, Ryan has no idea.
Literally. Doesn't even know what Astoria is, which is where I live.
Wait, so Ryan Reynolds is not actually your boyfriend?
It's a thing. We're going through stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good
She
luck.
doesn't want to put a label on it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I also have a very complicated thing with my third grade teacher that I was in love with, Mrs. Lockman, but you know, I get it.
Right.
Mrs. Lockman. Oh yeah.
All right.
What's the name? Everybody say.
I thought that was Ben doing Al Pacino. That was actually Craig's real voice. That's oh yeah, Mrs. Lockman.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Lockman. Let me help.
Why doesn't everybody quickly go around and say what the name of the teacher they had the biggest crush on was and what subject and grade?
Oh, yeah, Miss Tessier. Miss Tessier, she had big old booty. Home economics. And sophomore, I was like 15. Oh, I wanted to oil that thing up like crazy.
Jennifer Newstead, $15 for.
Wait, no one else is gonna answer this?
Nope.
I'm the only one. What's going on?
I'll tell you mine, Senora Zalen. I was sophomore year of high school, hottest Spanish teacher in the world. Ooh. My God. One time I got so nervous we had to talk. I had to whisper something in her ear in class because we had this like show and tell thing. And she was like, "What do you need me to do?" And I needed the chair moved. And I got so nervous and I was like, "The chair, I need to move the chair. Can we move the chair? Can we move the chair, please?" It was like a Bowers intro. I couldn't stop talking. I got so nervous.
I have a similar story. All my teachers were ugly. Rachel, what do you have?
I could see that.
I have.
I had no crush on anybody.
What? On any teacher your whole life?
Never once.
That's insane.
Yeah, most of my teachers were either very old or dudes.
That is wild.
Damn.
I just mentioned you one of 3 or 4 that I would have dated and maybe married. Ours?
Mrs. Lockman, yeah, Miss Lockman was my third grade teacher, and yeah, she was a smoker.
3rd grade. Okay.
3rd grade, yeah.
Carl said, so that's why Ben knows Spanish.
La verdad, porque una día yo voy a reunitar con mi esposa, Senora Zalen. Okay.
Rachel, do you have any problematic stories you'd like to share?
I don't.
Problematic?
Matthew Plummer
Back
did
to the
say, though,
questions.
when he referred to Maddy as Muddy, he said, "Oh, come on." He tipped the show $2 and said that was an autocorrect and a Clerks reference.
Steve, that is being next level PC. Problematic stories. You're allowed to be a kid having a crush on your teacher.
It was a joke. I'm just jealous because I had ugly teachers. Calm down.
My God.
All right,
Illegal to have a crush on your teacher now? My God.
You know what? I had a very attractive writing teacher in college. That's
college boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
it's not my fault. fault. It's not like I get assigned to classes and I was like, yeah, these idiots are ugly. Can you put me in a different? Can I take remedial? She's kind of hot. Like I wasn't.
Steve is like, once I became of legal age, I did one time find attractive a teacher.
In high school, Ms. Matusis, I did not have her. She taught my friend Jim, and not my friend's name was Jim. She taught Jim to my friend, whose name was also Jim. It's very confusing. No, she was hot, but I didn't have her as a teacher.
Whoa, Steve, she wasn't even your teacher. Inappropriate to share that.
Inappropriate.
Share that. Not your teacher, dude. You can
Cancel
only
him,
crush on your
cancel
own
him.
teacher.
I
Problematic.
was kidding.
Wait,
Yes,
you never switched classes to be with a better looking teacher?
No,
I did that lots of times.
that's the only thing that kept Bowers in school.
Oh yeah. I don't speak any languages, but I'm good at math. No, I'm not. Didn't help at all.
He speaks the language of love, I'll tell you that much.
Bowers
Want to
actually
get
learned
perpendicular?
from Ben's teacher. That's how hot she was.
Oh my God, she was so hot. She'd cast the nets in the class. It was a whole thing.
My Spanish teacher was 72 years old.
That means nothing. Was she hot 72 or not hot 72?
Are you ageist? Someone can't be hot if they're in their 70s, Steve? Jesus.
Oh my God, problematic answer, bro.
I am an ageist for sure. I don't want to fuck anyone in their 70s. I apologize, but that's just who I am.
Okay,
Good.
tell Susan Sarandon to turn the bus around, I guess, huh?
Hey man, if I was 15 years old and there's 72-year-old titties in my face, I'd lick them. Why not?
There you go. There you go.
I wouldn't have to be 17, Craig, but I get what you're saying.
Let me just tell you, there have been several times in my life where one time I did, 2 times I hooked up with an older lady, but then 2 other times, my God, I would have.
Talk about
I have a
bailing
quick
out of a
story,
confession,
teacher.
Ben. That was fucking.
My story teacher is Zara just had asked if I wanted to take a short course in law, so that way we can answer that question together. Yes, please.
What class is that? All right, let's go. I got
All
somewhere to put that javelin, right? I'm just kidding. I meant in me. It is a scary culture. It is a very scary culture right now. I meant in my booty.
Myself. I'm assaulting myself, goddammit. I'm assaulting myself. I want to make sure that's clear.
All right, let's
Anyways,
get some more
just
tips for
joking.
Maddy.
Just joking.
All right.
Joking around.
Jennifer Newstead, $15. Maddie, I think the funky boobs are called boibs. Sending an extra $5 if Rachel can pronounce boib. Does anybody know? BOIBS?
We called them
Yeah.
flapjacks in my day.
I call them that too.
All right,
I
Ron
think she meant
Gould,
pubes.
$5 for Maddie. She Blue National.
Oh. Okay, Ron.
Nice.
All right. Leave your contact info. I'll add you to my team.
We also had Dash in our live audience, $10, and said, Maddie, damn it, my wife just started watching Unsolved Mysteries. I am clearly done for.
Yep. It's over, buddy. Might want to get with Miranda here.
We also had Peter Amsel, $5.49 Canadian, and said, Maddie, hilarious set. Then we had, the guys wanted me to say this name. So this YouTube name is, oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, thanks, bye. $5 Canadian. Maddie, does Mr. Reynolds know he's your boyfriend?
Yeah, he knows.
Yes, court
Why
documents
you're
will
being
prove
weird.
that he knows.
Leave all women.
And by the way, Jennifer Newstead just tipped the show $5 and said Rachel nailed boibs.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. Wow.
Yay, Rachel.
She also
Andrew-
pronounced it right.
He did there. Let me pre-read Andrew's tip because God help me. Okay, we're all right. Andrew, $10. Love the timing. Chapstick is a valuable asset to woo Ryan's heart. Good job, Maddie.
Yeah. See, I know what I'm doing. You guys keep questioning me.
We have Dave Adler, $5. Great set, Maddie. It's making me hungry. Red velvet that you can share. Hot dog I can share. Just beautiful.
Nice.
Okay, someone's got a fetish.
And then Dana, $25. You are fucking good, Maddie.
Nice.
Oh, Dana. Okay. Wow.
And then we had some generals come in. Greg Orman, $10. Love to Rachel for all reading under a spotlight. Always my phobia in school, platonically. So love to you and Zara. And Alex, $6.69. That deadpan Teenage Mutant Turtle joke had me crying, Craig. Oh, so that was for Craig. And then he told me how to pronounce his last name. His last name is Korzanowski.
I thought it was Conant.
Oh, my name? What's happening here?
It's Korzanowski?
This Inception? What's happening?
Very weird.
Conant or Conant?
Conant.
Conant. You see, I was wrong. It's not Korzanowski.
And then we had Dylan, $5 for the show and did like a dancing emoji. And then let's do the game.
Let's do the game.
Let's do the game. The game is.
What game?
All right. So the game we're doing today is what would Taylor's autobiography be? I'm going to read a couple of the unpaid entries that I like. We won't vote on those. And then with our large ass live audience, we'll start voting from their entries on. So a few of the ones I liked was first was Tesha Lee. She had the voice of God, how I control the Zoom.
Nice.
We had Darwin Stearns. Well, first, can I ask Taylor, how do I pronounce your last name?
It's Reshka.
Reshka. Okay, that's what I thought.
I thought it was Korzanowski.
Darwin Stearns, his game and entry is herding cats. My life as the only sane member of the quarantine. And then Carl had when one queen isn't enough, the Taylor story. All right, audience. Taylor, if you want to just start going down, whoever has their hand up.
How do kindergarten teachers do it? My time is a tech for SDSC.
Nice.
We got to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I had the yellow box has always been there, Ben. The story of Taylor Riska.
Apparently, I'm in the box. Who knew?
I've got Taylor. 15 seconds. The day it all went to shit. It's fine, Ben. It's not actually.
I have feedback about your feedback.
So I have Resistance is Futile, the Ballad of Surf Taylor.
Nice.
I also have The Hardest Drive, Soft Confessions from a Long-Suffering Techie.
I had running this shit is trying to fold a four-legged tripod.
I have 5. Taylor Reshka, personal and unmuted. A tailored biography.
Nice.
Surfing through life. Go with Taylor, and one mute button to rule them all.
All right. I'm looking gallery view. Anybody else? Frank has one. Let's go to Frank.
Yep, let me get.
We're at 10 chapters. 10 chapters.
Dash, do you have any? No? Anybody else? Anita Shave. Oh, God. Punisher.
All right.
My Feudal Life, the story of Surf Taylor. And Taylor made the story of Techie Taylor.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Anybody else? Andrew has his hand up. Please behave.
I was gonna say hot dogs and tortillas, ASMR for random people, or something simply that. Then, but
By the way,
yeah,
now,
look halfway through.
now I know why your comment before made no sense. You sent it while driving.
All right, and here are the other entries. So we've got Hot Diggity Laura has all quiet on the Taylor front.
Nice.
Nice.
We've got M. Francis, never seen, never heard, the unmuted truth. Randy Longmire, show interrupted. Tyler Stevens, how to survive with multiple assholes. Daniel Graves, Taylor, the fifth leg of a four-legged tripod. Brian Silfka, the brave little Taylor, my life servicing four divas.
3 divas and a queen, but okay.
And I think that's all of them because the rest I have are all Patreon live on air. So good stuff.
All right, time
Cool.
to vote.
All right, it's pretty good. I'll vote first. I liked a lot of them. I think I'm gonna go with the trying to fold a four-legged tripod, whatever the beginning of that one was, but is like trying dealing with this shit is trying to fold a four-legged tripod. That's what I'm going with. Maddie, I know it's a little insidey, but is there one that you particularly liked?
I didn't understand. I didn't understand what was going on, but I'm gonna go with the tripod one too. That was really funny.
All right, cool. Greg, any sense of what's going on?
Who's
Even if it wasn't
Taylor?
inside-
Who's Taylor? I don't understand any of this. Who the fuck's Taylor?
He's our tech guy you can only hear. You don't see him. He just runs the show, but the fans know him.
Oh, well, thanks, Taylor. Yeah,
All
good,
right.
good job, Taylor.
Rachel, what's your
I want to give a shout out too. So Jonathan in our live audience had Taylor dresses to the left, and then Raz just said, "Please behave." Tyler's autobiography. I really liked. I've got feedback about your feedback.
Oh yeah, I like that one a lot too. All right, Ben, what's your vote?
I liked personal and unmuted. Is that how it was phrased? Whatever was what and unmuted towards the beginning.
Yep.
Personal and unmuted. That was my vote.
Dave.
All right. I'm going to vote for feedback about your feedback. That was my favorite one as well. I thought that was great. Which gives us a tie. So we're going to break the tie in the comments.
How about Craig? Craig doesn't know what's going on, but he can just vote. It's 50-50, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Craig, do
Feedback
you
about your
like
feedback
tripod
before
or
tripod.
feedback on my feedback?
I still don't understand, but I guess tripod.
All right, we win. Tripod. Nice work.
Woo!
That, by the way, is also how
Can
most
Taylor vote?
Oh
That
yeah,
is how-
Taylor should vote.
That is how most people vote for president, by the way.
Taylor should vote.
Taylor, do you want to make it a tie?
I
or-
wish that's how most people voted for president. Taylor, what is your vote?
I really, really like the four-legged tripod because that's how it feels sometimes.
All right, that is the winner. To win the prize, go to laughfromhome.com and shoot us an email and claim your prize. That's how it works. Do any of the hosts? Do we have any?
I have 9.
I only have 6.
Rachel?
No, I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm
Steve,
good.
shall we go?
I don't know if this is a back and forth. I guess we can. I only have 6 though, but we could do it. You wanna do
All
your
right.
list? 6?
Sure. I can start with 3, and then we can go 1 to 1.
All right,
There you
cool. So
All
to
right.
vote on this, by the way, the voting is done on my YouTube channel.
Yep. The impartial voting is done on Steve's YouTube.
I asked Rachel. Rachel, do we want to have people vote elsewhere as well?
I mean, I have enough screens up.
It's all good. I'm confident. It's all good. That's where the most of the audience watches. It's fine with me. It's all good.
We're actually going to vote on Ryan Reynolds' Twitter. So if you want to just add Ryan Reynolds, your vote in.
It's all good.
That actually would be hilarious if Ryan Reynolds just got a bunch of random votes. Steve, Ben, Steve, Ben, Steve, Ben. He'd be like, what the fuck is happening?
At Ryan Reynolds.
Tag Maddie and all of them. Maybe we can make this a thing, right? Just at Ryan Reynolds, Ben or Steve, and then tag Maddie. Is it at Maddie Smith? Maddie, how do we get you in this thing?
So Maddie Smith, M-A-D-D-Y, or my alternative one, M-U-D-D-Y, after today.
Tag Maddie and those Ryan Reynolds, and we'll look for his Twitter for who wins.
Yeah.
But Ben, go for
I will
3.
bet anything that Muddy Smith is already the name of like some famous jazz musician. Like that absolutely
yeah.
sounds. No, nothing.
It
All
does.
right.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
was-
No,
it
it's
was-
great.
That was so
Yeah.
good it wasn't funny. That's just true. You're right.
Yeah,
True.
really
Yep.
on the nose.
I just think you just thought of a Steve autobiography title right there.
I knew a Muddy Smith once.
Yeah, you did.
Is that your euphemism for two at once?
No, that was just for me. Nobody else laughed, but I enjoyed it.
You ever give him an old Muddy Smith?
That's what he went to the movies with his dad with. Muddy,
Yeah.
Muddy Smith and his dad. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
All right, Ben, ready?
Okay, here we go. The first 3 are God damn it, Ben. How Ben Glebe helped me find God. I'm cranky today. How I learned to live in the moment. Taylor, Tinker, Soldier, Spy. How leaving Tinker, Soldier, and Spy freed me to find cheese, egg, dog, and tortilla.
Oh, I have 5. Now,
Yep.
because one of mine.
5?
What?
You only have 5, so do I do one more then?
Well, one of mine was tinkering with Taylor, more soldier than spy. So that's pretty much the joke you did.
Nice.
So
I've
yeah,
got-
do one more.
I've got If I Only Had a Face, Why I Can't Possibly Appear on the Show.
All right, I think Ben may have already won this one. I have Searching for Ben Glebe, the story of Soundcheck.
Sorry I muted you by accident. The story of how to pretend you accidentally muted people.
My time on the best live stream ever, and also SDSC.
The man behind
That's how you said a joke, man. 4 months he took before he did it. That's impressive.
That was good. That was fucking good.
Oh, everybody's dying.
Oh damn. The man behind the curtain. Why I'd never show my face around these jackasses.
I have The Hunger Games. Won't someone please speak without their mouth full?
Light. After I saw the light, I was able to spread the light to comedians everywhere.
I have James, Lawrence, Elizabeth, and Swift, a story of the other Taylors.
Taylor made. How Taylor made the show.
And my last one, Taylor interrupting. How to pull a reverse Kanye.
And my last one, Dr. Zoom Love, how I learned to stop worrying and love their bombs.
Everybody's saying Taylor wins the vote today. Everybody. Literally 100 comments and just Taylor gets my vote.
Which, by the way, is even more confusing to Ryan Reynolds.
People are commenting on Ryan Reynolds' Twitter right now, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Show him who's boss.
We should really do that once an episode. We should just pick a celebrity that everybody should tweet without context.
I think we should do that from now on. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, we did it. We've got a chance. So Taylor wins. Great job. We're going to say goodbye to the comedians. Maddie, where do we find you out in social media in the world?
Hey, what's up? I'm at So Maddy Smith, Maddy Smith. So before that, So Maddy Smith on Instagram. And I'm going to be at Nowhere Comedy Club on Thursday. Let me double check the date because I have so much going on right now.
23rd.
Thursday the 23rd, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And my boyfriend's opening up for me, and if you come, you can find out if it's Ryan Reynolds.
Very cool. Well, thanks,
Yes.
Matt. Appreciate it. Have a great show at Nowhere.
Thank you.
They're always great. Craig, where do we find you at, buddy?
Hey, I'm Craig P. Conant on all social media. Craig, Craig P as in Penelope, Conant, Conant. And I am also at Nowhere Comedy Club, July 21st, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tune in if you want more heroin humor. And I got other bits. Don't worry, lots of clean stuff.
I love that you pin your calendar reminders on your ceiling. That was nice.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
I also like the idea of just a poster like Craig Conant, heroin humor.
Nice. Make it happen. I don't know how to make posters.
Well, thanks, Craig. We appreciate it. You were awesome. And super clean. We like that. All right. Rachel, anything else to catch up on?
We do. So Zara tipped the show $10 and said, for those asking what my intro to law course covers, it includes systems of government. But for Rachel, I'd spend a lot more time talking passing private members' bills through lower houses of parliament. Yes, please.
Wow. Oh, God.
And with that, I'm going to go take a shower.
The way to Rachel's heart is law puns.
All right, audience. Yet again, you were awesome. Thanks for the takeover. Thanks for so many of you guys being here. We love all the pride stuff. Sorry to keep the unicorn thing on the whole time, but it was real hot. I already lost like 8 pounds, and I can't do that. It's off brand. You guys were awesome. We will see you. Hey, this is our first 2 days off in a very long time, so we will see you on Tuesday, which we're excited about. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Rachel, love the hair. Now you look like Rick from Rick and Morty now, but with dark.
You know what? I'll take it. Bye, guys.
See you, Rach. And yeah, it's been a great show again, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks everyone for being here. We will see you guys on Tuesday.
Yeah, and as for me, make sure to follow me on Twitter. It is @MuddySmith. You can follow me there. It'd be great. With my wife Blake Lively. Anyway, you guys were awesome as always. Tomorrow night, check out my show at Nowhere Comedy Club. It is director's commentary of the first half of Ginger Kids. So please check that out. And I will see you. I will see you there.
What a fun show! So much fun, Taylor. Thank you for holding it all together always. And